When the superstar basketball player Kobe Bryant died alongside his daughter Gianna in January in a helicopter accident, its impact was felt far beyond the basketball community. Outpours of support came in all shapes and forms, from online posts to street art murals and now even clothes inspired by the legacy of Kobe. The vast majority of these come from a genuine place of sincerity, but on occasion, I believe that some venture down a slightly different path. In terms of street art, there's a growing trend that blurs and often crosses these lines. Within 24 hours of Kobe's passing, one of street art's biggest names posted on Instagram that they wanted a ginormous wall in LA to pay tribute. Because this artist wouldn't have done it if their mural was going to be lost in a sea of all the other tributes. It had to be bigger. It had to be the wall. To cement this whole thing, they included Nike, the Staples Center, and the mayor of LA in this entire thing. Imagine for a second that you're Vanessa Bryant. Less than 24 hours ago, you found out that your husband and your daughter had been taken away from you forever. And at the exact same time, some guy you don't know is reaching out to Nike to collaborate on a project about it. Your grief, your pain, your anguish is completely sidestepped because this is a good opportunity. I know I've laid this on kind of thick here. I don't want this to come across as a personal attack on the artist. I don't believe this came from a genuine place of malice or desire to exploit. I do want to use it though as an example to illustrate how this culture seems to be going at the moment. This hyper accelerated desire to get up, to be bigger, to be the center, it sidesteps and overlooks something that for me is much more important. One example I believe to come from a place of pure exploitation was in Milan this week. At Milan Fashion Week, the designer Phillipp Plein? Plein or Plein? I'm not sure. I've actually never heard of him. Showcased a new range paying tribute to Kobe. The whole rhinestone star-studded event was bursting at the seams with ego and narcissism, and that saw the designer and the street artist Alec Monopoly take center stage, standing in front of two gold-plated helicopters, presumably to serve as a visual reminder to the audience of just how Kobe and his daughter died. Whilst the designer did say that profits from that particular capsule would go to Kobe's foundation, I don't believe that any care or consideration was put towards the sensitivity of that situation. I might be wrong, but it doesn't look like the foundation were involved in this project in any way. So they didn't get a say on the imagery or how the name was going to be used. They got some change thrown at them by a couple of billionaires who think that they can just get away with it if they throw a bit of money at a problem. When it comes down to paying tribute, there's such a fine line between sincerity and insincerity. And the subtle nuance is the difference between the two. And I think it's important, before we react, we take a second and we breathe. I didn't make this video to point fingers at anybody. I made it as an attempt to start a conversation, as an attempt to try and get people to think about how we react to these things in a different way. Apart from Alec Monopoly, he is trash and his work is trash. My name's Doug. This was Fifth Wall TV.
Wow.